Hi there. Having fun messing with the slides on the camera controls. I'd say the white balance might be a bit off. Most of the controls are a bit off, but I'm having fun. What the heck? You know, hides the age spots. Hello. Okay. Um, I'm not sure if I have anything more to say. I've been interrupted by a good bit. It turns out that little push the button and cut the internet off and then cut it back on real quick caught something I was uploading a minute and 39 seconds before it was complete. So I went back and, had to wait for the upload. Had to start again. Okay, so what am I sharing here? Um, and apologies for the jerkiness of the previous video, but it has things in it that, I can't go back and say that stuff. I'm not doing that. So just ignore it. All right, what I'm noticing about things. I see each of us as successful individualists. And this is really strange because there's no such thing as an individual, as a person. Ultimately, we're all one. And yet, we have these avatars here, these chess pieces, these whatever, avatars is better than that, whatever you call them in the grand drama here. Only we're pulling more and more and more out of them and away from them and from everyone else with whom they're interacting, everything else with whom they're interacting. It's like who and what we really are is really beginning to take wings and rise up above. Oh my God, I swear in prayer earlier today, I really, I say this thing casually, spread your wings. For the first time, I wouldn't have been surprised if real wings weren't there. The feeling, it's like we're coming out of a cocoon in a way. And we've taken on a new shape or a new form. Now, I'm not talking about ascension right now. That'll be something brand new entirely. But let's say we've been a caterpillar. I'm just playing with this now. Let's say we've been a caterpillar for a long time, and we've crawled around and we've eaten our share of leaves and we've mated, we've done whatever caterpillars do. And it's time to go into the cocoon. And so we've done that. And I guess maybe we've been in the cocoon for a while. I'm not sure the analogy is going to work. But I know that for a lot of us, we're finding things so different from what we thought they were. It's like we just knew we were this caterpillar. We knew we were this wonderful fuzzy little bug that, takes a long way to get from point A to point B and munches on a bunch of leaves in between. And we're now beginning to realize we're different somehow. We don't know how yet. I guess maybe we're not out of the cocoon, but we're finding ourselves in it. And so, in a way, we've sealed ourselves off from things that we used to care about. We're saying goodbye to that. We have to in order to put ourselves in the cocoon. Maybe that's what we're doing. I don't know. It's hard to figure because for me it's a little bit different than it is for you because I've been out and about playing with these kind of things for some time. Not all that long. God, I don't know. Anyway, okay. Do I need to give up or what? Okay, let me try this again. So, everything's different. We aren't who we thought we were, and we're really surprised. We don't quite know who we really are. But we know it's radically, vastly different. And actually, when the caterpillar builds that cocoon around itself, it seals itself off from the whole world. It does. It says goodbye to the world, and it will never see the world again the way it was. That world is over. Well, our time of believing that we are these bodies and minds that we've been operating with for some time, all of them, all of the lifetimes, our time of believing that we are that is at an end. Only this time, it's not the between lives state where we come into the fullness of our awareness, which we do. In between incarnations, we do we know a lot more. We tap into a whole lot more of who and what we are, of our own memories and that kind of thing, and the relationships that we have across all of the lifetimes. We plug into that. But right now, we're in an in-between state because we're not plugged into that, and we're kind of cocooning ourselves off from the world as we've known it. And we're truly, whether we know it or not, in the midst of saying goodbye to it. It won't be the same again. However we come out, wherever, whenever we come out, things will be vastly different. And so it's kind of a big deal. And I don't know about you, but right now I'm sensing, like, what do I want to call it? My soul family or something, those beings that I've known through all my incarnations, which I haven't interacted with consciously throughout this entire incarnation. But I'm sensing them drawing close, like the veil is so thin right now. I truly wouldn't be surprised to telepath with someone, to have a conversation start up, maybe even to meet up with a being. Things they're shifting. They're already shifting. All these people waiting for 1221. It's like, oh my God, sometimes I want to shake people and say, open your baby blues. Can't you see what's happening to you now? So maybe that's the message here, and I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Just everyone kind of wake up to what's happening now and enjoy each and every moment. Enjoy the difficulty. You can do this. Enjoy the challenge. Back away from it. If you're not identified with your avatar, then it's a whole different thing now, isn't it? All right, you can enjoy even the challenge. Once we know that life brings us nothing but blessing, even when it's a punch in the nose or something that others will think is terrible, once you know the secret, once you're in heart, it's a blessing. It might be in a disguise. It might take some unwrapping in order to discover just what the blessing is. There's overt blessings, like your kiss on the cheek sort of thing. And then there's covert blessings, like your punch in the nose. And you never know what will flow from that punch in the nose. And you can be so happy you received it, you're not going to necessarily go up and hug the puncher. Okay? You do want to extricate yourself from that situation and be as comfortable as you can there. But it's not the person that's bringing that to you. There's not a person there. That's source interacting with you. And there are messages there, and chances are good if you're getting a punch on the nose. I mean, it's not a guaranteed thing, but chances are good there were a few feathers and a ruler smack or two along the way that you didn't quite pay enough attention to. And, sources determine that whatever this blessing is, you're going to have it. You're going to receive it. So I'm telling you, it's possible. And maybe this will be a test for you to see how well you're doing with your detachment and your backing off. learn to enjoy the difficult bits. It's a different kind of enjoyment. Keep centering in heart. There's an underlying quiet joy, even in the midst of pain, even in the midst of difficulty. All right, so I'm nuts. We're all nuts, friends. We've been nuts enough to believe all the garbage that we've been programmed with through all of these lifetimes. It's hogwash, okay? So our waking up is going to look a bit nuts for a while. Everything's backwards and sideways. I mean, just look at the language. Obviously, it's not a butterfly. It has no butter, and it's flying, yes, but it's nothing like a fly. It's a flutterby. And that's just as clear as can be. And the language is just all tricked out that way. You know, it's all ziggledy zaggledy, and who knows why. But one thing is for sure, and that's that Source has the best sense of humor going. All of this, we don't see it now, we don't know it now, but in my heart, I know that this whole thing is so hilarious. We will be laughing. So your assignment until I see you next is to lighten up on yourself, on your life, on your friends, on everything. And just be love. And don't forget to enjoy.